Did you hear that? I whispered. I think someone is crying next door. My name is Lily. I had just moved into a small apartment, hoping for a peaceful life. But from the very first night, something felt strange. Every night, at exactly 11 p.m., I heard a soft cry coming from the next apartment. At first, I ignored it. I told myself. But the sound came again, and again, every night. One day, I saw my neighbor for the first time. He was a quiet man, always looking down, never smiling. "Hello," I said gently. He just nodded and walked away. Something about him felt broken. That night, the crying sound came again. This time, I couldn't ignore it. I walked slowly to his door. My heart was beating fast. Should I knock, or go back? The next night, I decided to be brave. I stood in front of his door again. This time, I knocked. No answer. I knocked again. Silence. But I knew someone was inside. I could feel it. The crying suddenly stopped. My heart started racing. Was he hiding? Was he scared? I went back to my apartment, but I couldn't sleep. The next morning, I saw him again. "Are you okay?" I asked carefully. He looked surprised. "I'm fine," he replied quickly. But his eyes said something else. They were tired. Full of pain. Days passed, but nothing changed. Every night, the same crying. One evening, I left a small note at his door. "If you need help, I'm here." The next morning, the note was gone. But there was no reply. Just silence, again. That night, something different happened. There was no crying. The silence felt even more frightening. I couldn't stay inside anymore. I went to his door and knocked hard. "Please open the door," I said. After a few seconds, the door slowly opened. He stood there, looking weak and tired. "Why are you doing this?" he asked softly. "I just want to help," I replied. He stayed silent for a moment. Then he said, "Come in." I stepped inside. The room was dark, messy, and cold. On the table, I saw a picture. A woman, smiling. "Who is she?" I asked. He looked at the photo, and his eyes filled with tears. "My wife," he whispered. "She died last year." My heart broke. The crying, the pain. Now everything made sense. "I couldn't move on," he said quietly. "Every night, I talk to her, and cry. I didn't know what to say. Sometimes, pain is too deep for words." "You don't have to be alone," I said gently. He looked at me, surprised. "For months, no one asked me if I was okay," he said. Tears rolled down his face. I thought no one cared. I smiled softly. "Someone does." That night, we talked for hours. About love, loss, and healing. For the first time, he smiled. And the crying stopped. Sometimes, all a broken heart needs is someone who listens. If you believe kindness can heal hearts, like, share and subscribe.